Good morning. It's Nana GL54, Janet. It's in the morning and my husband's sleeping, and this is the only time I have to make a video. And I started taking Christmas down, so I remembered that I hadn't done a Christmas tour of my decor, and there's a reason for that. My last video was let me turn this around. Well, can I turn it around? I don't know why it won't let me turn around anymore. Okay, so anyway, I'll talk while I show. And it's a mess because people have come and opened presents and left and all of that. So the last video was in November, and since that video, I had another emergency hospital visit, and there was a lot of confusion because it's the same old thing, but different doctors say different things. You know how that goes. I'm in the best of hands. I'm at the best hospital I can be at when I'm there. But I'm a transplant at 20 years, and there's a lot of, possibilities. So there was that. In the middle of that hospital stay, right before, if you remember Natasha's Scrapbook Corner, Nat came to visit me, and she came for a week. I was so excited. And while she was visiting me, I ended up in the hospital. So my sister came, my husband and my sister and Nat took very good care of me and my animals. And and I got well and I came home, but then it was right before Thanksgiving. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Hold on. Hold that thought. No, I went into the hospital. Nat came December 2nd. I went to the hospital on, I think, December 4th. And but I wasn't feeling good around Thanksgiving, and I didn't know what was going on, but it was a build up to what took place. So here's some of my vintage lovelies. I didn't do as much because the kids weren't going to be here, and so I'm showing you what I have. So anyway, I came home from the hospital. I came home the day Nat had to leave. So we had a really nice visit. We shopped and did things before I fell apart. And she helped me decorate my tree, my main tree, which I'm sorry, but I took that down. I had to get started because we have to carry on. So that's what prompted me. There's the family to do this video. I remembered that I hadn't done a Christmas. Now I started taking things down. My tablescape was beautiful. I had my swans in the center. Now there was a wedding right after Christmas, January 3rd. The first niece of the family, of the group, of our kids that grew up, of our grandkids that grew up together. She got married and had a big, beautiful wedding. And so we had family come in. The others came in and stayed with us. And so the table was cleared to play cards and eat and all of that. So here's more Christmas. It's kind of like a hodgepodge. And I did this on my windows this year. The little ribbon with the balls hanging, and I don't know if you saw that. And my nativities, different ones. These are bags of things to go out. I've been gathering things to donate, and I've already started taking all of this apart. So there's been a lot going on. We had a great time at the wedding. I loved seeing my grandchildren and my girls and their husbands. The girls all danced. It was wonderful. They had so much fun together. It reminded me, it was a picture of them when they were little, you know, dancing and playing together. Here's the top of my, I guess you would call it my hutch or my cabinet. That's what I did with the top. And that's a nativity, right? Well, not nativity, but that's Jesus, Mary, and the baby, Jesus. And that lit up, but everything's starting to sag. My tree was literally crispy. We had to get it out yesterday, but this is all of these are my cherished oldie goldies. So putz houses and all kinds of Christmas goodies. It's a vintage tree right there. There we go. Love that box. So there's that. So Nat's not here to help me take it down, so I've got to go slow because I can't end up in the hospital again. So there's, you know, I just put little bits of Christmas everywhere you look. Now this was really a pretty setup, but I've partially started taking it down. But it was all of my finials and a little rocking horse, and then I've taken some things out of here already. This was full of shiny, bright, all different color ornament balls. On both sides it was full and it had lights, and I already took those out of there. And that picture I got this year, I just love it so much, the winter scene. That will stay up just for a little while. And these are my, I took all of my indent, shiny, bright, antique balls and put them away already. So, but these are from the 50s. These are real glass. And my kitchen is a hot mess. I'm going to show you my kitchen. Hold on. It's a hot mess. Oh, by the way, after Christmas, I went into Target and I was able to get the John Darien little feather tree. It's a replica of a feather tree. It's oh so cute. I was able to get it at 50% off. So that's great. And then hold on, show you my floor. The littles are being quiet. I don't know why. I don't know why they're so quiet. So that's what I did in my kitchen. Those are old, those are vintage Department 56 bells. They're like paper mache. So there's that. And then, hold on. Anything else that I need to show you other than my Christmas mess? Yeah, I have a Christmas mess. There's this here. That's where they have their food and their drink. And then, you know, this is my little white cabinet. Just a little bit of Christmas tchotch kind of thrown together. But yeah, anyway. Here's this here, my little secretary with some of my scales. I have more. I wanted to put my scales up above the sink, up above where I have the Department 56 bells. There's my ornaments I've been taking down. But they don't fit, so I can't do that. And there's my nativity from my sister, and there's that. And then I don't know if I showed you, I don't want to make you sick. Hold on, I don't know if I showed you. I think I did, but I'll show it to you again. I hope everybody had a lovely Christmas. I'm very thankful that I had a doctor's appointment on January 2nd, and they finally told me what's happening and what's causing. I got a hold of a great doctor. I mean, great. He's been doing it for 40-something years. taking care of transplants, and he finally told me what's happening. So he told me what to do to avoid it, and absolutely, because they were talking about taking out parts, and if they take out parts, it's very difficult because my insides have already been moved around. So, reconnecting is a problem. So he told me absolutely don't let anybody take your parts out. And I was like, that was music to my ears, because, when a well-known doctor tells you we're going to remove this, you have a choice to remove this or keep getting infections. You start thinking, I don't want infections. I don't want to be in the hospital all the time. I don't want, my veins aren't good. Every time I go, I suffer almost as much with my veins as I do with whatever's going on with me. So there's my kids. There's my Elizabeth. That's Elizabeth's mother-in-law. There's me. This was last Christmas, 2024. And there's my Margie. And there's the Fab Five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you believe they were so little? Now they're all grown. So there's that. There's some of my tiny treasures. That's mine from when I was a little girl. Let's see. There's this. This is from my grandmother. There we go. And that's my faith tree. That's the first thing that goes up every year. That's the first thing that went up. It didn't get a lot of ornaments on it this year, but it did get up. So, all right, God bless you guys. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas, and I hope you're healthy and well. And I hope you, if you don't know Jesus, I hope you find Jesus. He's always reaching down to us. Remember that religion is us reaching up to God, but relationship is Jesus reaching down to us and us taking his hand. So we'll talk to you later. Love you all. There's one of the littles, and there's the other. Bye.